I almost lost my voice that night because I was just screaming at everyone. They're actually like going at it, and a girl behind me goes, "This is the worst fucking wrestling I've ever seen."
That's how I'm starting the episode. Welcome to Joystick Show.
Oh, shit.
293, a communal banging of the table. Mine was deeper, so you just have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast, everybody. Oh my God, woo!
It's us.
crazy. It's always been us.
It's always us.
It's never. It'd be crazy if one episode like 294 they tune in and it's four completely different people.
It's a new thing we're trying. Let me know, and then that's why like all the comments get flooded. It's fuck.
We hate these people.
Yeah.
Just get 4 new people every day.
We love controversy.
Well, real quick, let's just mumbo jumbo it up. Like the episode, subscribe to the boys. We'd appreciate it. We'd really, really like it. Today the Knicks play. We got Game 5 coming up.
We're gonna win.
Exciting.
We're gonna win.
Don't stop saying stuff. You're supposed to watch the game. You're not a real. Don't jinx anything. You watch the game, okay? And hopefully something good happens. We'll say that, all right? That being said, before we actually get into any topic on the podcast, I read something earlier today at about 2 p.m. that I just really wanted to share with you guys because it brought me an immense amount of joy. And I only hope that it brings at least one person here the same amount of joy that it brought me. But let me go to my Twitter bookmarks.
Okay. Only good things on Twitter. There's never been one bad thing.
Yes.
I don't think anyone's mean on Twitter.
Today I read this post that another person reposted or retweeted, or I can't really say that anymore, right? Reposted.
Fly.
And that they said was one of the most beautiful things they'd ever read in their lives. Okay? This is a Japanese tourist describing what it was like going to a Mexican restaurant in the United States that had an unlimited chips and salsa deal. Okay? And this is obviously translated from Japanese.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
USA, a Mexican restaurant. We had not yet ordered anything, and the food was already arriving. Chips, salsa, unrequested, free. I stopped the waiter. We have not earned these. They just come with the table, man. They come with the table. In my land, hospitality is a debt. Every gift creates an obligation weighed carefully, returned in the proper season with interest of feeling. Here the gift arrives before you've even proven you can pay for dinner.
Such a beautiful language, bro.
This is not an appetizer. This is a declaration. We trust you. Eat. I ate with the gravity the moment deserved. And then, I must report this calmly, the basket emptied. And a new one appeared. Did we refill? The waiter said. It's bottomless. Bottomless. They have wells of salsa. Wells. The supply lines of this nation are beyond anything my ancestors imagined. My friend warned me, don't fill up on the chips, dude. Too late. I had accepted 3 baskets. Honor demanded each one be finished. An unfinished gift is an insult. By the time my actual food arrived, I was a ruined man. I was not hungry. I was not comfortable. I had been defeated by a courtesy. Generosity that arrives before the request cannot be repaid. It can only be survived. I know the rule now. I have made my peace with the basket. 1 basket, 2 at the most. Who am I deceiving? There is no number of baskets I would refuse. The trust of a nation is in that salsa, and I intend to honor all of it.
Amazing.
The greatest food review I think I've ever read in my life.
I mean, this
for a food item that is not unique at all in this life.
And also is not American, so that makes it even better. Like this was written on a stone tablet in 1084.
Yeah.
Like there's no way this happened in our current day.
100%. But no, it's just one of the most poetic things I think I've had. The wells.
They
of
have
salsa
wells of salsa is what got
that
me.
one really stuck with me.
Now every time I get chips and salsa, now I'm gonna think of this.
Bottomless.
And guess what? When you finish them, a new one appears, and when one doesn't, you're like,
you're pissed.
You're like, but like now my food's coming. I want the chips with my food. It's extra food.
Sometimes,
I'd also like that Japanese man to review every single meal he eats.
Yep.
as often as
that
you
would
possibly
that'd be
can.
awesome.
In the glorious royalty of White Castle, I am dethroned. Fucking
2 pillowy buns. No, but shout outs to that. I know it's not really a topic of. It just brought me immense pleasure, and I had to share that.
I can pivot that to a food experience in
Thank
New
you.
York
Oh,
if I really want to.
Was it like a bonkers pie of Italian?
It was a little
food?
wild.
little insane,
a little wild cheese sauce,
some nuttiness.
Yeah, so before going to this happened right before I went to Maine, so I completely didn't even register it when I was talking about what I did, because this was like a couple of days prior to flying out. However, I went to a birthday party, a 30th birthday party, at a glorious restaurant by the name of Crazy Pizza. Now, Crazy Pizza is the amalgamation, the brainchild of what if like a white girl who was like really like, oh my god, what if we had like a place that served pizza, but it was also a club.
Okay.
And it had bottle service. And every hour on the hour, there is a coordinated pizza dough tossing experience. And that is what Crazy Pizza is. So
When you say that, is it like a Johnny Rockets thing?
no,
where, like, people come out with.
Okay, so this is my experience, right? So first off, I'm there, right? We show up before everybody, and I'm like, okay, this place is way nicer. I thought it was just like a pizza place.
Is it like a club vibe?
I'm looking this place
up
right.
up until about 9-10 p.m. It's a regular restaurant, and then the ball fucking drops.
Is that when it gets crazy?
Yes. First off, I kind of got spoiled for me. So another person, girls love, every girl in there is like your white girl with like a dress, like they're trying to be Kim Kardashian for the night, you know what I mean? And I was fucking blown away by what I saw, because when it is someone's birthday, they don't sing happy birthday. They play like a club booty shaking bass boosted remix of "It's your birthday, bitch, 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 it's your birthday," and then like everyone just gets on the tables. You're like, what the fuck is going on? It's supposed to be every hour, but I swear every 15 minutes, just fucking some Mexican dudes with some pizza dough start coming out.
Amazing.
And do it over your head, coordinated 2-song. Just pizza dough over your
wild.
head. You're getting,
Also-
you're getting flat. You hit flour on your fucking
my
face.
Lord.
I have to say, for a chain called Crazy Pizza, they have an oddly tame logo. It's not very crazy at all.
That is
They just
tame.
kind of picked a regular sans serif font and said,
They didn't really want to look at the fonts. They said, "That's the font. There we go. I'm done."
but yeah, sorry to tell us more about
Tell
Crazy
us more.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Is that really the sign? That is the sign. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. But on the inside, it's all like gold and like, you know, everything's like gold rimmed and shit. But yeah, as the night went on, it was like it started fading away on me, because I was like really blown away and impressed that they had coordinated songs and coordinated dances. They have one like Patrizia's where everyone like spins the fucking white napkin or whatever. By like 11 p.m., I was like, I really want to go home. And the music choice, what kind of music choice do you think a restaurant like this would have? Let me take a guess, each one of you. Take a guess of what the music is for Crazy Pizza.
I'm hearing like Kesha.
Okay,
Yeah,
what's your
like
guess?
poppy music. Yeah, like
Country.
Yeah, Joey's completely off. I think Bobby's the closest. It's more like a G6.
You know what's funny? I was gonna say it was like
the Cat Daddy.
mid 2010s club Bobby.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Black Eyed Peas.
Chris Brown.
Rock your body.
Neo.
Nicki Minaj,
What's this guy? Jason Derulo. This is what I'm talking. Yeah,
Jason
Kiss me through the phone.
Yeah.
100%.
See you later. TLC. Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, boy band, New Kids on the Block. It was like really getting in there. And I told Mariante, I was like, I need to hear Young Jeezy and I need to hear Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
The night is not finished. And sure enough, I heard two.
Yeah, they'll come.
Yeah, but it was not Go DJ. It was like the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I let one go. That one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I was like waiting for like Go DJ or something like that. But overall, it was like really annoying, and I wanted to go home. Surely, the night was over with Crazy Pizza. Nope. People decided to go like bar hopping, and the night just.
Did you go to Insane Pretzel?
We went to a really terrible bar, and then we went to a good bar, but by that point it was like 1 a.m. and I was like, I really want to go home. But shout out to Crazy Pizza. I recommend it. Actually, really good pizza, I will say. It's like tavern style, thin crust, delicious.
I'm gonna open a competing brand called Normal Pizza.
And also there is unregular pizza, so maybe there is a niche in the regular standard bland pizza market, and I think we can do it.
I think so.
I gotta be
There's
real.
a-
I fucking hate the name. I hate the crazy pizza is like the stupidest thing.
And think
ever.
about what it is too, and it's like the more you think about it, you're like, oh, it's like really a white girl just decided it's gonna be fucking pizza.
Yeah.
We're gonna have garlic knots, you know.
It's like some business guy was like, "We're going in. We need a name for it right now."
and there's a guy in a
fucking crazy pizza,
and they're running that shit like the Navy. Like there's a guy in the suit who's like fucking snapping, and
Yep.
he's like conducting that shit,
100%.
bro.
That's weird. You know, you're telling me all the crazy things they do, but Nicole has a pizzeria called Champion Pizza.
Yeah.
And it was created by this Egyptian guy, and he got popular because he would spin pizza dough while the pizza dough was on fire.
Yeah.
And that his logo was actually a pizza man spinning dough on fire.
That's crazy pizza.
Like that's kind of
crazy.
and
I
like,
know. I've walked
that's
past that place.
extreme pizza.
That's like Astoria, right? Over
Astoria.
there. Yeah, I've walked past that logo. Yeah.
Yeah, and I actually like because he has like all his like acolytes on the wall, like all the newspaper articles of him doing it. So I decided to like YouTube him, like Champion Pizza Fire thingy, and this guy is like spinning it. He like gets on his back like a turtle, and he's spinning it in between his legs while it's on fire. And I just thought they would be doing shit like that.
No, I think.
So they got out crazied by Champion Pizza.
I mean, I think that the hair would go on fire. I mean, at that, once the white girls get on the table, I think that's an equal amount of crazy. I think that's an equal amount of
Yeah,
crazy.
to pull it back
Yeah,
just a little bit.
yeah. There was a guy who was dressed just like a disco ball. He had like a shirt and pants of like the disco ball material.
that's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
A lot of people were like, they were dressing like they were going to the Met Gala, but we were going to Crazy Pizza. And every time someone got bottle service, they had a whole different dance routine, and like strobe lights would go off.
That's crazy to me. Like somebody was like, "Yo, let me put on clothes because I'm gonna go get some bottle service at Crazy Pizza." Like, yo,
How much was
round up
bottle
the
service?
boys?
I have no idea, but we had like a prefix thing, and that ended up being like 100 a person. But that was like a lot. Like you got a lot of food. Like that was like 20 pizzas for like the whole
better.
table. Like
Yeah,
it was a
word.
lot. Free drinks included. Like it was
Garlic
a lot.
knots included.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Fries, maggot fries too. So they
All right.
nailed it. They nailed it.
Okay.
I think. I
Gotta
think.
go to crazy pizza by myself.
Yeah. It's my birthday, bitch.
Gotta get a section at Crazy Pizza.
Just there with the ropes by my. What's up?
Is it smoke friendly? Could you do hookah at Crazy Pizza?
No, but I think they should have a basement section where it's like cellar pizza. You know, they serve like fucking
X-rated pizza.
yeah X-rated pizza.
That's crazy. I got something crazy I want to share. I went to a crazy show.
Is it pizza?
No, there was no pizza involved. I went to go see Whitmer Thomas's show in Williamsburg. So Whitmer Thomas is a actor, comedian, and skateboarder that I recently got really into when I saw him voice act a character in the video game High on Life.
Yes.
So I recreated the board in High on Life, and I was like, man, I wonder if this actor like does any conventions. I would love for him to see this and maybe sign it. And he was coming to New York. He was here yesterday for a comedy show. So Nicole and I got tickets. They weren't that expensive, and we got to Williamsburg. I walked in with a skateboard, no problem.
Was it a like a music venue? Was it a concert venue?
Well, it's like I was confused because I've been to this venue and there's no chairs or anything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, am I standing during this comedy show? Like, am I
Yeah.
standing? We get there and I'm standing. So I'm like, okay, so we're just standing around. And the music group comes out. This girl comes out like, well, here is like Anika or something. I have no idea. But she came out redhead, yellow like booty shorts. And I look at Nicole and I was like, we got fucking April O'Neil here doing a song. I didn't really vibe with it, but I was confused. I'm like,
It's
so
music,
it's
yeah.
music. It's not a comedy show. And then she was done, and then there was a host. She was like, I know this is not your people. No, most venues don't really have a host for these kind of things, but we have one today because we're a little wild. We're crazy. All right, next
a
up.
host at a comedy show. That's not weird at all.
No, but here's the thing. She goes, who's ready for fucking wrestling? What? And I was like, what the fuck is this? What? So now I'm going on my ticket app, and Nicole's telling me, Joey, what did you buy? I said, the ticket just says his name. Like, I thought it was a comedy show. It doesn't say anywhere that there's music. Like, and I'm looking at the ticket. It just says his name. It doesn't even say that there's a lineup. I'm like, what is going on?
I love you, Joy. This one's on you. That was just a YouTube search. That was the Google search real quick.
I thought it was just him. But then out comes an announcer.
Okay.
And he goes, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We are SCBW, South Brooklyn Championship Wrestling. And he was like, I got a short presentation to show you guys. And they put on a big projector. And in big words, it goes, Knicks in 5, and the crowd loses it. Yeah, and they're like, impossible things could happen this week. And it says, we have our defending champion, Rob the Slob, and it's a guy that has like a crop top with a big beer gut belly. Rob the Slob. He has his belt. He was going against Blackout, which is this white dude in a black hoodie, black pants, and black shoes.
That sounds different. Okay.
Blackout had the belt, but Rob the Slob, he took the championship, but he started going down a dark path. He went against the Gambler, his tag team partner, and he's just been doing like been an asshole.
They sound like wrestlers from Kim Possible.
He's been an asshole, and he goes, can Blackout take the championship? So Blackout comes out, people cheer, people boo. I have no idea what's going on, but I just join in on the booing and cheering. Blackout screams, Knicks in 5! And everyone is like, he becomes the fan favorite.
And then Rob the Slob comes out.
Rob the Slob comes out. He's like, I don't give a fuck what I have to do to keep my belt. And he goes, and Blackout goes, this is the biggest event we've ever had. And I turn around. There's a lot of fucking people in this venue, like from up to the balcony down here, and they look very like appreciative. Like this was the biggest event these backyard wrestlers have ever done. And then Rob the Slob goes, I don't give a fuck. This is my belt. Spurs at 7, and immediately punches, and everyone's like, no, fuck it. And the screaming begins. I almost lost my voice that night because I was just screaming at everyone. They're actually like going at it, and a girl behind me goes, this is the worst fucking wrestling I've ever seen. This is the worst. These two guys fighting, and then they're getting tired. They're like getting up constantly. You know, the fake outs of the counting, and then we hear hey shorty, it's your birthday, and the announcer's like, oh my god, could it be? And then a guy comes out in a suit with like sleeveless. He has a princess tiara and a birthday sash, and he's like, it's the birthday boy. And it was like, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, it's a guy who thinks every day is his birthday.
God, I love this announcer, bro.
They should have started with him. That's a fucking great backstory.
Oh my god, he starts throwing party favors.
It's my birthday.
He's like, birthday boy, it's not your fucking birthday. And he's like, every day is my fucking birthday. He starts beating.
That's amazing.
He beats up the two guys. They're both on the floor. Then he flexes both muscles and goes, Feliz cumpleaños. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god.
He just hit him with the Feliz cumpleaños. Holy shit.
That's amazing, bro.
He goes to the announcer. He pulls out a birthday wrapped chair. Should I open it? And everyone's like, yeah. Oh my god. And then he reveals it. The shittiest like chair hit, because you see like he swings and then slows down. But everyone was in on it screaming. Whoa! And then another song plays. And it comes out the Gambler, which is the one that robbed the slob. The Gambler's wearing a poker shirt, like it has cards on his shirt, and he has a spade on his eyeball.
Oh my god!
And he's like, "Where the fuck is Rob the Slob?" He comes out, he beats up the birthday boy. Then he grabs his hand and he pulls out a card, and he goes, "What?" And he's like, "No." 2, like giving him paper cuts, and then the crowd starts chanting, "You sick fuck, you sick fuck." Then whatchamacallit, then we hear a baby cry, and then everyone's like, "What is that? What is that?" And then from the crowd, someone chucks a baby doll, and apparently it's the Gambler's son, Gambler Jr. So then birthday boy is fighting a baby doll, holding it, getting punched, flipping him. Then Rob the Slob grabs the baby doll and like spikes it and starts stomping on it. And Gambler's like, no, what the hell? Then whatchamacallit, Blackout and Rob the Slob are on the balcony. And so like, it just like, there was so much shit going on. Then finally, Blackout grabs Rob the Slob, slams him through the table, and he tries to count him. doesn't count them, and he goes, should I do it one more time? And everyone's like, yeah, one more time. He gets out a smaller table, and then the crowd starts chanting, Table Junior. Table Junior. But, you know, Rob the Slob, with the assistant of Blackout's sister comes out and betrays her own brother.
What's her name?
Whiten.
Lady Midnight is her name. And Rob the Slob wins, and they're like, oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, Rob the Slob, defending champion. Everyone's like, boo, boo. They throw up their Instagram handle. They said, thank you, we're honored to be here. Good night. And then everyone fucking left. And I was like, was everyone here for wrestling? Whitmer Thomas comes out and performs for like 30 people. And I was like, he was the headliner. And I was like, oh shit. So he comes out. Luckily, I was able to have him sign the board before the show, because like when he was done with the show, he dipped. He was just at the bar, just hanging out, and I saw him. So he comes out with a guitar, and I was like, "Oh, is he like Bo Burnham? Like maybe he plays like silly music?" No, it's legit songs. He just is a funny guy in between sets. Mm-hmm. So he started off with like, you know, thank you guys for coming out. A lot of, you know, young people don't go see comedy shows anymore. Is any Gen Zers in the house? And these two girls raised their hand, and he goes, how old are you girls? And she was like, we're 20. And she was like, yeah, you see, that's awesome. You know, young people nowadays don't do comedy shows. You know, nowadays they just stay at home and watch old people get fucking rocked on TikTok. That's comedy to them nowadays. But yeah, this song is called blah, blah, blah. And it's a song like on the vibe of like Aaron West, because he's from Alabama. Yeah. It's like heartfelt songs like that. I'm like, oh shit, like he's genuine. Like this is genuine music. He's being, and then he talked about like, then he'll go into a comedy like riff. But a good show, but the highlight was the wrestling. And I looked at Nicole, and Nicole was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, I don't know. I came into this blind, but I had a lot of fun. Even Whitmer Thomas said, he goes, you know, the enthusiasm in a wrestling match, even though like it's fake, and obviously he says it's what the world needs right now, and it was really awesome to see that with the crowd and with this audience tonight. I told Nicole, would you go see this wrestling match? Like I follow them now, and I was like, I don't know if I want to see them again. I low-key might. This was stupid enough for me to be like, yep, I'll see this again. This was funny. Table Junior. But yeah, shout outs to SBCW, South Brooklyn Championship Wrestling. You got a fan.
Shout out to Birthday Boy. That guy sounds cool.
Yeah, Birthday Boy fucking killed me.
Birthday Boy was funny.
Oh, I just realized I never moved the blue light. That's probably why it looks dark over there.
Hit him with the Feliz Cumpleaños, man.
What a side quest.
Yeah, so it's interesting to be like, to have that audience and be like, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do with it. But yeah, I like how everyone else knew it was wrestling, but you didn't know it was wrestling. I find that really, like, how did they get the inside knowledge? Do they just follow that Instagram handle?
The headliner said Whitmer Thomas, so I was going to see the headliner, and little did I know that like everyone dipped after the wrestling.
Yeah. Odd.
It was odd, yeah. Like, you imagine you go to see a headliner show and then like everyone dips afterwards. Like,
and he also didn't do comedy, right? In between.
He did. He spoke about, you know, doing your shit is embarrassing, and he was like, it's like when you pass by flies eating shit and they fly away and they're like, whoa. I thought that was chocolate. That's not shit. I don't eat shit. And then when you go, they go right back on it. He says, yeah, it's like that. And then he was like, all right, this is a love song. And then he just went into that.
Yeah, but that's like Blink 182 band.
In the same vibe, yeah.
I wouldn't say that's stand up though.
Yeah.
Then yeah, that's what he did.
Yeah.
Interesting. That is a crazy show. I'll tell you that much. But shout outs. You want to talk about this crazy comeback the Knicks did a couple nights ago? I figure it's only
the biggest
crazy NBA week.
On the fair we talked about it.
I don't want to put the bum. I don't want to take the wind out of the sails. But it's like that just goes. The first half of basketball is some of the worst sports you will ever watch ever, and then the second half of basketball is some of the best sport you'll ever watch ever. And I hate to say that, but that's my opinion.
Yeah. I think you can make the argument with most sports. Right?
Yeah, I mean, even hockey, like we have some of the best hockey going on at the same time, Stanley Cup final, and it's kind of the same vibe where it's like the first third, I would say, is like, whatever.
Sorry to cut you off, but would it be better just to make the game shorter if that's the vibe?
People talking about that. They want to turn it from 12-minute quarters to 10-minute quarters.
Instead of 48, it'd be 40.
Yeah, because scoring's up now, so they might do that, but I don't know.
Faster and engaging. Be like, boom, game starts, go.
Yes, but I think people like how it is because then you have a really exciting end. So I think you make that sacrifice.
I think the only sport that doesn't suffer from that pace issue is probably soccer because with how close scoring is in soccer, like if a team were to score a goal in the first 10 minutes like the U.S. did, that would be a monumental thing, right? Because the other team might not even score a goal.
Yeah, so it's very explosive in that way.
100%.
It's big up and down.
What do you think about doing the college halves? That'd be interesting.
like two
big halves,
no quarters.
I gotta be real. Maybe I'm just being old headed about it.
I like
what we have. I don't think.
Like I said, I think it's just you take that sacrifice because then the second half is that hype.
I think an even bigger issue, or it's not even a bigger issue, or rather, issue isn't the word, but just the fact of how less entertaining early season basketball is as opposed to postseason basketball. I guess what I'm trying to say is more people are going to be inclined to watch a full game towards the end of a season or, obviously in the playoffs than they are at the beginning of a season.
Right.
Because at the beginning, it's there's not a whole lot at stake. Teams are still figuring things out. And for the most part, like Dylan mentioned, it's really just kind of the second half that you really have to tune in for. But
as we saw with the Knicks.
Yeah, you need some bathroom opportunities.
100%. Well, basketball offers you a good amount.
Yeah, and then as we saw, the second half is important because then the Nets are down 30 or whatever, and the Knicks are down 30 or whatever, and then they win.
Yeah,
and I didn't start watching until it was 13, and then I was like, okay, yeah, this is actually possible now.
And I was I watched going to turn this off.
The whole thing.
100%.
Luckily.
So what's actually funny about that is towards the second half, or rather towards halftime, that's when my dad sort of checked out. He was like, fuck it, I'm just going to go to the basement, have a smoke, and go to bed. I was like, I'm going to keep watching. And then, when they cut it back to, 7 points in the fourth quarter, my dad just runs up and he's like, no way. So I'm like, yes way, bro. It was fucking insane to watch. The resilience, man. These Knicks don't give up. And it's crazy because they did it against the Cavs. And when they did it against the Cavs, I literally was like, that's crazy. They're never going to do some shit like that again, right? And they did some shit like that again.
They got it.
My dad went to sleep, and then he says, I woke up, and then we were, close to being tied. I was like, what the fuck happened? Oh, my gosh.
And then they're doing it with good play. OG Anunoby's one of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah.
It's very fun to see.
And I put it in the chat. I don't think... Or rather, let me rephrase that. I think there is one person that deserves the credit here, and I think it's 100% Mike Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Brown just has this weird habit of just showing up and completely restructuring a team and just making them a threat.
Yeah, and then they would have I remember they had one bad month in the season, and everyone was like, oh, they're overrated, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, it just wasn't a problem 100%. Anymore.
But specifically looking into that final play with OG, it's just the knowledge to take Wemby away from the paint, have Jalen shoot the ball that far away, regardless of if it's a make or miss, because you're gonna have Wemby away from the rim, which is gonna give you a better chance of catching the rebound. And what's even more beautiful, in my opinion, is whether or not OG Anunoby actually tips the ball in. Karl Anthony Towns is right fucking there to secure the rebound.
Yeah.
Nobody else is there around him either. So when I see stuff like that, I'm just like,
have you seen the replay? This guy fucking, it was De'Aaron Fox that didn't guard him.
Yeah,
he just left him.
Shocker. And right before that, De'Aaron Fox made what some people are calling the stupidest play in basketball history. Homie had possession with a 1-point lead and 12 seconds left on the clock and decided to go for a fast break layup. Just hold the ball, force the Knicks to foul,
and then
now you're up 3 points probably, but no, you fucking.
I saw a WNBA announcer make fun of that.
I did see that comparing. That's crazy.
That was low already.
Announcer.
Oh, that actually, I don't know if you know, that started a crazy beef because then basically announcers were just going back and forth and talking shit about each other. And
I got a question. In the 2K games, do they have the coaches in the game too? Mm-hmm. So they have their likenesses and everything?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the thing is with those games, there a lot of people's likenesses don't always look exactly like them. The bigger people,
they'll get the top 25, top 50.
But then
these guys gotta look exactly. And then
there's a guy I used to follow on Instagram who used to mod them, and he used to make really hyper realistic versions of the character models. And you would see the before and after, and you would almost look the best way I could describe it is you see the 2K model, and it just looks like a caricature of the person. Oh, it kind of looks like Kevin Durant, and then you see the mod, and you're like, that's Kevin Durant. But
wild. Remember when they used to have the actual player's voice act for them?
They do that sometimes. They're terrible at it.
That's one of my favorite clips is Dion Waiters in the story mode. Like,
you got to pass the ball. Come on, man. You got
great job with the game yesterday. Like, there's like weird pause breaks and shit. Yeah.
Don't get cocky. There's still time left to improve.
100%. 100%. That being said, who's your favorite Knick, guys?
I mean, I said it. I mean, I always love the bench guys. I want to pick Alvarado because he went to Joey's school, but I will go Anunoby.
Anunoby. At least personality wise, for sure. Mm-hmm. He's like, everyone's pretty excited.
If we're going,
I'm pretty excited too.
If we're going strictly personality wise, I might go Josh Hart because that guy's hilarious. An easy pick.
But I'm gonna go Josh Hart and Jalen have the podcast.
I'm gonna go Jalen. Brunson's like a good mix of the both. He's captain, he does his job, and then on podcast he's fucking hilarious.
I have a trivia question before we end this.
Yeah.
Who is Jalen Brunson's favorite player?
Like of all time.
I
know this.
He said it.
It's Steve Nash.
Yep.
Yo,
Jalen Brunson's favorite player is Steve Nash.
I can see that.
Yeah, and they kind of play similar. Steve Nash passed more, but they
not overly flashy, just kind of like
layups and threes.
Yeah. And yeah, I can see it.
Mm-hmm. Fire.
You want to know who my least favorite coach was of all time?
Who?
Steve Nash.
He fucking sucks, bro. He's not meant for that.
Oh man, I was gonna say one last thing. I was just gonna mention I was watching a fucking compilation of like Jalen and Josh's funniest moments from their podcast, and there's like a part where I think they were just talking about like playing different positions, and then Josh makes a comment or something, and he's like, unless you're LeBron, LeBron is just everything. LeBron can do whatever he wants, and then like Jalen is making fun of Josh for glazing LeBron, and he's like, damn, fucking. And he does like the slurp noise, and Josh immediately like, dog, you gotta chill with that. Mad stupid. But shout outs to the New York Knicks. Also really like that they're our age for some reason. It's just nice to see like the millennials do something for us, which is pretty cool. Or I'm sorry, the zilennials. Mildred hates when I use that term, but I still.
What's the term for
a zillennial?
What qualifies as a zillennial?
It's basically like people who were born between like 96 and 2000.
96
and it's like this weird group of people that like were technically considered millennials, but like we're like the alive for the 90s that much. And then basically is like the cutoff of millennials is what, 96, 97 or something like that. And then the beginning of Z is like 98, 99.
Yeah. But at one point it was also 2000. So they kind of like redefined it. Yeah. So now there's like
I see what they mean because there's a lot of us that like we're like mixed between those two generations. Yeah. We can relate to both technically.
Yeah. It's
like
really
the millennials were already kind of not growing up, but they were growing up with technology, and then we were like young and technology was coming out. Like we had Game Boys when we were like 3 or 4.
We grew up with it, but we didn't fathom what it could do as quick as the millennials.
Like here's the decent. A zillennial is a micro generation born roughly between 93 and 99.
Okay, that's...
long story short, they vividly remember a predominantly analog childhood, such as VHS tapes, dial-up internet, and flip phones. However, they were also the first to transition to smartphones, iPods, and early social media like MySpace and the dawn of Instagram.
Yep.
It's also just like we're the generation of people who were alive for 9/11 but don't remember it or don't remember its impact that much. So it's like we're this weird... puzzle piece generation.
That is a really good way to describe it, is people who were in young school during 9/11.
Yeah.
Because 9/11 was like
everything changed.
Yeah, it was literally all of our like second or third day of kindergarten.
But we were
it was like boom, 4 or 5 years old. 100%. So
I was watching Dragon Tales.
Like
what?
Nah, I was in pre-K.
You didn't go to school?
When I got home from school.
Oh.
I just went home from school. I had no idea what was going on.
I don't remember anything.
I remember getting taken out. I remember I got taken out by my emergency contact because my mom was babysitting and had to like bring the kids who were getting taken out to their house, and then I got taken home because my dad was sleeping because he just got out of the city, and then he went to go back into the city or like close to pick up my aunt who was downtown Manhattan.
I think
Crazy
my cousin
story.
came to get me.
Yeah.
You know what's the only thing I remember about that day, and it's so strange, my mom used to put on New York 1 in the morning, like before we went to school, and we'd just like watch whatever the headline was. And I don't know why, but Bill Cosby was in the news. So I just remember seeing his face on the New York 1 thing, going to school, and then 9/11 happened.
And then you went back home.
It's just like, yeah, literally, like for whatever reason, when I think 9/11, I think Bill Cosby because I just saw his face on TV.
That's fair. That's valid. That's valid.
Yeah, but that's all I remember.
On a sad note, try to bring the vibe down. But the one memory that sticks with me of that day was that was the first time I saw my dad cry. And I think as a child, when you see a parent cry, it's kind of like, what the fuck? What that? You guys feel that?
Jeez, I don't remember anything from that.
I remember watching Dragon Tales, and I remember my dad wanting to like hug me and like sit with me and talk with me, and I was like, I'm watching Dragon Tales right now. I'm watching Dragon Tales right now.
Sheltered me from that. They were like, he's 5. He doesn't need to know anything about it.
I remember being on the fucking... I had like... Because I remember even in 2001, my dad was always... This was my dad's thing. We always had the biggest TV. Even in 2001,
Yeah,
it was a tube TV, but it was fucking
You'd have like the
huge.
53-inch Trinitron.
Yeah. Literally, it
takes like 8 people
and
to bring
then
in your house.
It was even before like the widescreen with the box. Like it was just a giant tube TV.
Yeah.
And then in like 03, 04, we got the 50-inch widescreen with the big bath. But yeah,
100%.
I remember I was like, and I was like, I got to watch it on a giant fucking TV, bro. That had to be scarring in some way, bro.
But Zillennials, man, it's
we're
like
here.
this weird generation. There's like a woman who does this TikTok about it, and the thing is
that makes me upset. I don't know why.
No, like I was just about to say, like I'm kind of mad about it too, but everything that she describes is like a very, very perfect description of it. Is this it? No, maybe no.
We got belly washers.
All right, you want to do yam and jam, yam, bam, slam, bam, yam?
Yeah, we could do
bam,
that.
yam, blam.
I'm mad because it was like a really good explanation of like everything that fit in that. Like you hear it and you're like, holy shit, she just described my entire childhood, man.
McDonald's ball pit,
Pretty much.
Burger King crown chicken nuggets.
What did your parents tell you was the reason that those things got closed down? The ball pits.
People peed in them.
My parents said that rats were living.
Yeah,
in them.
I heard it was like rat poop.
My parents just said that's dirty. You can't go there anymore. That's what I heard. It's dirty and dangerous.
I think the last time I was in a McDonald's play place, I went down the slide and a kid peed while going down the slide.
Oh.
So I remember getting up and my pants were just wet with some kid's piss.
AKA your piss.
Yeah.
Some kid's piss.
Some kid peed.
My jam of the week is going to go to a song called Sorry Baby by Taylor Ridge. Just a fun little...
That sounds like I don't know. Sounds like a cabin in the Poconos.
Taylor Ridge. Oh, it does kind of sound like that. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a really old song that I think we all know. It came out in 2009. It's called Stereo Love.
Is that like EDM song?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I know that.
You got to play it.
That song came out when I was going on my first to DR for the first time.
Wow.
Which one is that? Is that the one that goes... I'm
about to play it. Yeah, that one.
Oh my god. That's the one that came out like right before Papa Americano. Like, they came out the same summer. It was the summer of obscure European EDM.
Holy shit. My yam of the week is Tell Me Everything by Midrift.
I'm sorry. I can't get over Jerry.
I imagine Jerry just kind of like... doing like
Jerry's just at his desk like...
emoting real quick.
I forget. I've heard it like a bunch recently. I'm like, why is
I'm about to... If that's on Fortnite, I'm about to buy you that. I'm about to buy you that shit so we can play it.
My slam goes to Whitmer Thomas's song Pinwheel. I really like the guitar in that song. Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching episode 293 of the Joystick Show. Thanks for hanging out with us. We got to talk in some basketball. We got to talk in some interesting wrestling. We got to talk in some crazy pizza. Oh,
that song plays there, I bet.
I also want to talk about... I saw a video of this Mexican guy who did a cover of Sade's Kiss of Life. And... It's beautiful. Like, the guy's a great singer, but he has one of the strongest Mexican Spanish accents I've ever heard in my life. So he's like, there must have been an angel by my side. And my favorite part is he goes, something heavenly led me to you. To you. But it's like a vocal stip. So like all day today I've just been like, to you. But shout out to that guy. Thanks for watching and fucking,